Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. Vancouver Fan Expo is coming up, and this year I'm going to go as the rebel from Empire Strikes Back, which is great. Got the hat all ready to go, but there's a few other bits I need to do. In addition to the hat, I've also got a nice fleece kind of thing here, vest if you will, so I can just throw that on. You know I've got the boots, so that's good, and I'm going to wear my blaster belt, so that's good as well. Now, the only problem is, there's a couple of final bits of this outfit that I haven't worked on yet. Primarily among which are, the hat, as awesome as it is kind of blank on this side. I need to put a radio on here. Just going to sew it on, and that's actually what I'm going to do in this video. Put that there. Other piece that also needs some work. I also need a badge, some kind of commander insignia. I happen to have one, and this is great, and I think it'll fit here. I think my plan, I'm not going to glue it or anything, and I don't think tape will work. I'm going to try and stitch like dark thread to kind of hold that in place. The snag is, this is very, very old. I got this at the same time as my X-Wing helmet from Marco Enterprises, and one of the little pin things has actually broken off in time. So that's fine. I really just want to sew it on there. The only thing is, that's quite dark. I do have another one that I also got from Marco Enterprises. Maybe this one would be the better one to use. So this also, and luckily this one has both pins. Again though, that's likely to fall off, I think. The trouble is, like, these pins are great, but that's assuming you can reach behind the material, and this is a big puffy thing. And maybe I'll go with the silver one. What do you think? So I'll get some silver thread or white thread or something and just sort of hold that in place. That's also happening. And the final piece, I'm going to need me some gloves, to do the proper thing. And I've got gloves, which is great. These are welding gloves. The only problem is they're brand new, and that's no big deal, except for they say on the back of them, Watson gloves. So I've asked around on the RPF, how do you get rid of a logo like that? Because I can't, do Echo 3 to Echo 7, Hano buddy, can you read me if it says Watson gloves on there? The guys on the RPF said, well, just get some sandpaper and just, treat it that way. So I'm going to do that as well. Right, so I've got a few items to take care of on this little project, and I've only got a short amount of time to do it. Let's get cracking. Alright, first objective is to get this radio right here. Luckily, this thing flips up. It's just held there by a piece of Velcro, so that's fine. So that gives me a bit of material, and I think basically what I'm going to do, just run the needle through this and loop it around the box a few times, and I'm hoping that should keep it nice and sturdy on there. We'll soon find out. Alright, that's the radio done. It's on there pretty good. Had to actually do in two spots. I was finding that this stitch along here was great, except for the thing was kind of wobbling and hanging down a lot. So unfortunately, there isn't a lot of real estate there that is going to be conducive to stitching. So found there's a very small little notch there. So as you can see, I ran thread through this thing that looks like a little dial, and through there, and up to there. So that at least keeps it from like hanging down off the side. That's the radio done. Pretty happy with that. And I'm basically going to do the same thing for this Rebel logo on the puffy vest here. Decided to go with the silvery one because, having looked at some pictures of Mark Hamill from the movie, I think it does seem to be a little more silvery than the dark one. And the dark one on this back material is not going to be very outstanding. Luckily, I have some silver-ish thread. I mean, it's sort of a very, very pale blue. I think that'll work, so let's give this a whirl. Now, I'm going to have to be careful not to tie it too tight because it's got to go through a couple of layers of padding. But as long as it's on there, sufficient to anchor it in place, that'll work. And that's that done. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Basically, just a couple of stitches across the way. If you look really close, yeah, you can see there's like a line of thread sitting there, but you know what, it's on there pretty good. I've put only a couple of lines initially, and then I thought, you know what, that's definitely going to fall out during transit. I may wear the thing on the way to the event, but this should be a little more durable, certainly for the day, and it doesn't look like it's going to impact, like it hasn't puckered the padding too much, and that's an important thing. That's good. Other thing I discovered, yeah, it's from the Gap, sorry. Other thing I discovered, I've got a pocket in here, so that'll actually be kind of handy. I can use that for keeping my wallet and any purchases in. Good stuff. 2 out of 3. And finally, gotta get these logos off these gloves. Now, I'm outside, and it's unfortunately bucketing down with rain, so that's what all the background sound effects are. We don't have any sandpaper readily available. We do have this stuff for a belt sander that we use. This is the stuff that you would basically put on there. What do we got here? This is fine, and this is medium. I'm guessing I want to go with the fine stuff, so let's give that a whirl. Doing it out here so that any mess I make is just going to go on the ground. But let's just carefully give this a wear down. Is that even working? A little bit, a little bit. Yeah, I think if I'm careful here and just apply this gradually, I can actually make the logo disappear. It's going to take a while, but it won't leave too bad. I mean, given this stuff's kind of a rough material as well, it's just going to make this look as rough, which is fine because this is for a costume. So let's give this a try. And you can see it's making a little bit of progress. I'll check back. All right, that's it. That's both of those cuffs done now. You really can't tell that there was a logo there much. I mean, very, very slightly make it out. I might go over that once more, but basically, that's my gloves done with the cuffs ready to go, and you can't make out the logo anymore. And that's honestly the main objective. Doesn't matter how good the gloves are for use, but now they're finished. All right, mission accomplished. Got the radio on the side of the hat there now, so that's looking pretty good. Yes, I have the visor, it's sitting over there, but I'm just checking out the radio at this point. Secure that guy there. Good to go. Radio's on good and secure. I think that'll work. And now the vest. Make sure that's gonna work. Give it a zipper up. There we go. Take my tassels out. Okay. There's the that part of things. And now my gloves are ready for prime time, so I can wear these with pride. I can wander around. I hope I'm not going to be too hot with these on, but I can always slip them off if I need to. The shirt is very thin, and I'll be wearing thin pants, so I won't overheat too much. But there we go. Now I can go Echo 3 to Echo 7. Hello, buddy. Did you read me? And it doesn't look ridiculous. Well, anyway, so there we go. I am ready for Vancouver Fan Expo. That video's coming up soon.